This is a short little video on the Lowrance Elite 5. My brother purchased this a few months ago. He said he paid $500 for the blooming thing. And he thought he was getting the DSI, which is the down scope sonar. This is just the Elite 5, which only has the I think it's 83 to 200 kilohertz sonar on it. It gives you it'll go down to about 1,000 feet, and it gives you a broader look at the bottom. However, it doesn't give you the detail that the DSI has. The DSI uses a transducer or dual transducer from 455 to 800 kilohertz. It gives you much more detail, and he wanted that detail for when he goes fishing on the rocks over in Louisiana. Anyway, I wound up with this thing, and I didn't get it for the sonar portion as much as I did for the GPS. I have two or three Garmin GPSs, and I like the way the Garmin functions. You can quit. You go into a page, you quit. Quit that function. There's a little quit button there. On this one, the only thing that's here is you have the pages. You have 4 pages. There they are. It's the navigation page, the chart page, the combination chart page, and GPS and the sonar and combination, or just the sonar page. We're going to talk today about just primarily on the chart page. I went on YouTube there. I've read the manual now about 3 times, and I went on YouTube and I looked at some of the videos on there for the Lowrance, and most of them were talking about how to use the sonar portion. This is how to use the GPS portion. Like I said, it's fairly simple. There's 4 pages. You have the zoom in and zoom out buttons right here for the chart page. You can zoom in, punch the negative, and it zooms out. Or if you hit the 2 of them together, it's a man overboard. That's an important function that people need to know how to use. Push down on both of them like I'm doing there, and hold it for a second or 2, and it says now it's active. Going to man overboard. It's automatic. It's going to try to take you back to the man overboard function. And let's say you go and you pick the person up that fell overboard, or you dropped your hat or whatever, and you've recovered it. Now you've got to be able to stop it. So punch menu. I just punched menu, and that little thing came up there. I want to hit navigation, hit enter, navigation, and cancel. And I want to hit enter again. Are you sure you want to do that? Everything is done with a little toggle now. The toggle over to yes, and punch enter. And now we have stopped the navigation. However, we've still got that man overboard on my thing. It says make a new waypoint. No, I don't want to do that. I want the new waypoints, routes, and trails. Punch enter, and there's a list of them. And the one that's highlighted there, you can't see it very clearly, is the man overboard we just did. I punch menu on that one, and it gives you a list of things we can do. We can create a new one. We can show, go to, delete. We want to delete that function. There it is right there. I've highlighted delete. Punch delete. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes. And now it's gone. Let's go back to the let's get back out of this. Return to steer down here on the very bottom of that drop down menu. Oh, I didn't. Come on back. There it is now, and hit enter, and we're back here. Let's go back to the 4 pages and back to our chart. Now, to be able to create a waypoint is very important for fishing or whatever. You can either do it by hitting menu right here. A new waypoint, you can put it in. If I hit enter now, it'll create a new waypoint where this is located. I don't want to do that at this point, so I punch it again, punch enter again, menu again, and I'm back here. I want to create a waypoint by dragging it down. Just using the toggle cursor thing here. I'm going to drag it down, and there you can see it. Not very clear, but you can see it. I'm going to drag it over this way a little bit, down right here. Now there it is, right there. I want to create a menu where my toggle is. I brought it over. In fact, let's go over to, let's say, where the 16-foot mark is there. That's a fishing spot, I think, or assume I did. If you can see the toggle there, now I'm going to punch menu, and it comes up there, and it says return to vessel, object, waypoint. Let's go back to that. Where it is now, chart. Alright, here we go. Now then, that's a waypoint. It's over 16. That means that's the water. I can hit go to that point right there, or I can close. Let's go ahead and close that one. I can hit menu, return to vessel, somewhere in there. Let's come on down a little closer. Closing that out. Let's get off of that point there. There it is. Now then, I've just got a point identified out in the water. New waypoint. This is what come up when I put it over an object, the 16-foot depth, or over a aid to navigation. It gives you information there. When I came up beside it now, I can either return to the vessel, new waypoint. Let's go down there and hit enter. We're going to make a new waypoint. Hit enter, and it's waypoint number 3. Save it. I can edit that waypoint. If I hit right now, the name is 03. Let's hit enter. It's saved. Now then, and there it is, located on the, that's the waypoint number 3 that we just saved, and that identifies it as number 3 there. Let's go in here and hit menu, and there is, we can return to the vessel, we can waypoint, go to that waypoint, or we can come down here to waypoints, hit enter, and there it is. There's number 3, waypoint number 3 that we just created. If I hit enter, it will take, I can go to that waypoint. But if I hit menu, like I said, it's a straightforward little thing. Enter, menu, and the toggle, and there's your pages and man overboard and zoom in and out. That's all there is to this thing. On that one, I want to hit, I'm highlighted on the number 3. That I want to edit it. Let's edit that thing right there. We want to edit the name of this waypoint. And it comes up with this little screen so you can do stuff in there. Okay, I want to go in and let's go over. Let's call this one clear. Let's go in here and clear, hit enter, and that cleared everything out of it. Now we can name it whatever we want to. We've got it on capital letters right now. Let's call it test. And we're going to hit enter. That's a T. Now then, we want to come down here to shift. Hit enter. Now we go back to lowercase letters. T, E, and you just toggle. Now you can either do it to the QWERTY screen, or you can have A, B, C, D, E, F, G in a row. Okay, T, E, S, T. Enter. There we are. Come down to a space. Hit the space bar, and we can move over. We're going to call it test 1, test 4. There's test 4. Now we can come down to OK, and there it is. There is test 4. Now let's get out of that. Come on down to save. Enter, and there's test 4. Now the things we can do at test 4. We punch menu, and we come down here and we can delete it. Are you sure you want to delete waypoint 4? We hit yes, and there it is. It's deleted. We hit menu again, return, come down here to the bottom of this, return to chart, hit enter. Everything is done with either the menu or the enter key. And to go back, you just press menu again. Now you can press menu twice, menu, and it takes you back to this page right here. You can do navigation, and the navigation you can hit enter there. Arrival radius, off course distance, the WAS, or the bearings. The bearings can either be true or magnetic. I don't know, sometimes I use magnetic, and then after I've done a correction for the boat compass for deviation, the two of them should be in line. And I can also check out my compass to make sure it's working properly. But punch menu, it takes you back out of that. Now if I punch menu again, it clears that back out. So where the quit key on the Garmin, you just hit menu again, or if you hit menu twice now, it takes you to this page right here, the system key. That takes you to the alarm, the sonar, and then the alarms, the units. Hit enter there. I've got it in nautical miles. Nautical mile is approximately 2,000 yards. It's 6,076 feet in lieu of 5,280. But for convenience sake, they just say that a nautical mile is 2,000 yards. The feet's in depth, and the Fahrenheit and the bearings are true. Let's go in here and change, highlight that, and I can come down to magnetic, and we'll be in magnetic temperature. Hit menu, deletes that one. Menu takes us back to that right there. The zoom in and out, now I can zoom in and out just by punching the little zoom out key. And I had put a marker down near Destin, Station Destin, near the pass, and that's this location right here. I can go over there and take a look at that. All of the waypoints that I've got in here will show up on the map, and all I have to do is go over one of them, get directly over it, hit enter, and there's the information. That was waypoint number 1. There's the Latin line on it. That's when I created it. The distance is 12.45 miles, and the bearing's 89 degrees magnetic. I can either close that one down. Let's see if I can do it, if it's clear enough there. Go to edit or delete. I don't want to delete it, so I'll just hit enter to close it. Now I can go back. Now if I hit again, it'll return to vessel. Right up there on the top is return to vessel. I'm going to do that, and there we are. I'll zoom back in, and we're back where we were a while ago. This one feature that I do like is this extension. You can extend the little arrow that shows you your vessel. You can extend it for 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, or whatever in your setup function. And that helps you steer. In other words, if you're going towards something and I want to go to test 1 down here, or go to an aid to navigation, an ATON they call them, just swing the boat around till that lines up on it, and it tells you it's in tenths of a mile, and it tells you how far you're going to that, and it tells you what your present course is. Now that I have read up on the Lowrance, I'm much more comfortable with the GPS portion of it. I do like the Ray Marine. One of the vessels I was on the other day, he had a Ray Marine, a really nice one. You could do more with it than you can do with this Lowrance. Of course, you had to do quite a bit more reading also. So this one is sort of a simplified version of GPS. It does most everything that I think we want to do. One of the things I would like to be able to do with it, and I hadn't figured out how, is if I had 2 points come down and say we've made a point right here, and I hit menu on that point, return a new waypoint. If I hit enter there, there it is, a waypoint at the cursor, and I want to save it. And there, that's a waypoint. And then I move it over to another point, and I hit right there, new waypoint. There it is. I want to save that one, save it at the cursor. There it is. I've got 2 waypoints. if the boat was here, if I'm in the boat and I was at either one of those locations, I could hit go to, and it would tell me the distance, and it would tell me the bearing to those points. If you was out there and you drop something overboard, you'd kind of want to know what set and drift is doing. You could do that, you know, in a certain period of time. You could go out and hit, put a point down or put some floating object out there, let it set for 3 minutes, let it drift for 3 minutes, and then pull up beside it and hit GPS again, hit the GPS beside your boat when you're beside that object, and using the 3-minute rule. The 3-minute rule is the number of yards traveled in 3 minutes divided by 100 is the speed that it's doing. Your GPS unit would tell you the coring, the bearing rather, the course that, you know, it's floating, the drift, the direction, and so you would have set and drift, and you could figure out where your hat or whatever fell overboard, where it was located. Well, that's a quick review of the Lowrance Elite 5, which is kind of outdated. The DSI sort of replaced this one, and then the HDI, and then they're constantly updating these things, and I'm sort of stuck with this. My brother paid $500 for this one, and now you can buy this one I saw the other day on Black Friday for $319. You can buy the SDI, the Elite 5 SDI, for like $350, and you can buy the HDI, which has both transducers built into one, and you could buy it for $499. So there's no end to what they're doing with them. They get better all the time, I suppose. But as a recap on this one, you have the 4 pages on the page button, the page function button. Man overboard by pushing both the zoom in and zoom out together. You can zoom in and out, use those. And everything else that you use is handled with the menu key and the enter key, and the enter key just accepts whatever function you've got toggled, plus this little cursor toggle here, and it moves you around. When you go to menu, it moves you up and down. Hit enter, that tells you what you're doing, and to get back out of something, just press menu again. Instead of a quit key, you just press menu and it takes you back out of it. That's a little overview, lengthy. It turned out to be a little lengthier than I'd planned on. Overview of the Lowrance Elite 5. Like I said, I'm stuck with it, and so I'll make the most of it.